The Predator Biomask is one of the most prominent and iconic pieces of equipment employed by the Yautja species. Apart from the obvious function of protecting the predator's face, the Biomask grants the wearer access to numerous different features such as sensory and respiratory aid, as well as weapons control. In appearance, biomasks vary from model to model. Some are simplistic and minimal in design, others more elaborate and ornate. They seem to all function similarly though, and the difference seems to be purely down to the individual's preference and not indicative of any kind of ranking system or status. However, more experienced and accomplished Yautja may have a mask that shows battle damage and age, or others may even be customised by the owner, featuring rune-like inscriptions carved into them or have trophies attached. Some tribes will mark their biomasks and foreheads with their clan symbol using the acidic blood of an alien after they've completed a rite of passage by killing their first Xenomorph, reaching the rank named Blooded. Not all predators are seen to have this marking though, so it would seem that only some clans practice this ritual, and each predator will likely own more than just one mask, so probably only use their first mask for this. Biomasks are made of a strong, durable alloy and offer protection from blunt attacks and smaller caliber bullets, but will not offer much protection from stronger attacks like larger rounds, such as those from machine guns or sniper rifles, plasma caster shots, or a head bite from a Xenomorph. The Biomask will enhance the predator's natural sight, which is in the infrared spectrum, as well as granting the wearer access to a number of different vision modes, allowing them to see in different light spectrums. Some of these additional vision modes are ultraviolet, which allowed the city hunter to see a group of enemies who'd masked their own heat signatures in an attempt to ambush and capture him. Alien vision, used for seeing xenomorphs, as they produce no body heat, so would normally be difficult for a predator to spot. Tech vision, used for detecting electromagnetic fields, highlighting working technology and machinery. Neurovision, used to read brain waves, providing information on enemies' mental states and behaviour. Other vision modes used by the super predators include one used by the berserker predator, which seem to detect pulses and heartbeats, and one used by falconer to track footprints by some unknown method. A similar one to this was used by the wolf predator, where he used a syringe to extract cryogenic fluid which had made contact with a facehugger, allowing him to track them. It's not explained how this works exactly, but this mode could possibly work by detecting the same DNA as that analysed from the sample. The wolf predator also had a display allowing him to see a map of the area and where he had been before and place laser traps. Biomasks also have a built-in zoom function, as well as the ability to scan health and vital signs, like how the Scar Predator was able to see that Charles Wayland was suffering from a terminal illness, and how the City Hunter was able to see that Leona Cantrell was pregnant and could tell that a kid was holding a plastic gun and not a real one. The Biomask also has functions made for intimidation and scare tactics, to both cause confusion and to provoke prey into becoming hostile. These include vocal mimicry, which allows the predator to record and repeat back strips of sound, and flashing eyes, which they'll use in conjunction with their stealth cloak. Numerous hoses are seen to connect the biomask to the predator's other systems. When these are disconnected, a gas is seen leaking out, suggesting that the mask aids the Yautja in breathing on other planets, such as Earth, where they can breathe in the local atmosphere, but need to do so deeper and more heavily. Housed within the biomask is a targeting and tracking system, using a tri-laser sight, making up the three corners of an open triangle, to aim at the designated target. Once locked on, the designator will show up as a red triangle in the predator's display, meaning the predator's plasma caster is now locked on, and will track the target until a shot is fired or the lock is broken. This tracking system also allows the user to plot the trajectory of a thrown object. The laser sight is typically mounted on the right hand side of the mask, but is sometimes seen on the left. The 3 laser dots are warm to the touch. This makes sense as the predator's vision is based on heat, and the jungle hunter was seen heating up his wrist blades with it. The biomask is linked to the predator's wrist gauntlets, allowing the wrist computer to control some of its functions. However, the predators have been seen to activate some things without touching the gauntlet, suggesting that the mask may have controls inside as well, possibly small buttons the predator can manipulate with its mandibles, or perhaps it may even be linked to the predator's brain or nervous system by means beyond our understanding. I think the biomask is one of the most interesting, memorable and iconic things about the predators, and shows that they are very technologically advanced, but also in a very different way from us humans, making them similar but different, which makes their design really interesting to think about. It really added to the mystery of the predator, in the first film especially, when you didn't know what it looked like yet. Even when we first saw the predator for the first time, his face was still hidden, so there was still some mystery until he unmasked himself before he fought Dutch at the end of the film. They also have some really cool designs as well. Some of my favourites are the original design seen on Jungle Hunter and Scar, and the type seen on Celtic and Scarface. I'll have to do maybe a top 10 Predator masks video soon, I think. I hope you enjoyed my video. If so, then make sure to like it and subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.